Title: GTX 1080 in 2025 still worth it? Hello and welcome to Techiato. Today, we're taking a look at an old legend in the GPU world, the GTX 1080. It was once a flagship, but is it still worth buying in 2025? Let's find out. Specs and performance in 2025. The GTX 1080, built on the Pascal architecture with 8GB of GDDR5X VRAM, was a game-changer when it launched in 2016. Even today, it can handle most games, but modern titles push it to its limits. At 1080p, many games still run smoothly on high to ultra settings, especially older or well-optimized titles. However, newer AAA games are becoming more demanding, and at 144p or higher, the GTX 1080 struggles to maintain stable frame rates. Cyberpunk 2077. Before we continue, if you've made it this far, you're clearly into tech, so why not subscribe? More epic GPU tests, performance breakdowns, and tech discussions are coming your way. Now, let's get back to the GTX 1080. Comparison with modern GPUs. In terms of raw performance, the GTX 1080 sits somewhere between an RTX 2060 and RTX 3060. The RTX 3060 is about 10 to 15% faster while also supporting ray tracing and DLSS, which the GTX 1080 lacks. That means in supported games, DLSS can give the RTX 3060 a major performance boost, making it a much better choice for modern gaming. VRAM and future-proofing. One of the biggest concerns in 2025 is VRAM usage. Many modern games now require 8GB or more VRAM, and the GDDR5X memory on the GTX 1080 is starting to show its age. Unlike newer cards with GDDR6 or GDDR6X, the older memory architecture leads to performance bottlenecks in some modern games, power and performance. With 180W power consumption, the GTX 1080 isn't the most efficient GPU by today's standards. The RTX 3060 and RX 6600 offer similar or better performance while consuming less power. If you're running a 500 West power supply, you'll be fine, but temperatures and fan noise could be an issue, especially in compact cases. Who should buy a GTX 1080 in 2025? Budget gamers. If you find a cheap used GTX 1080 under $120 to $150, it can still deliver a solid 1080p experience. Casual gamers. If you play older games or sports titles like CS2, Valorant, or Fortnite, the GTX 1080 is more than enough. Content creators. While it lacks modern encoding features, the GTX 1080 can still handle basic video editing and rendering. Who should avoid it? If you want ray tracing and DLSS, modern GPUs offer AI-driven upscaling and better visuals. If you need lower power consumption, the GTX 1080 is outdated in terms of efficiency. If you play AAA games at 144p or higher, frame rates will drop significantly. Conclusion: is it worth buying in 2025? If you find a used GTX 1080 for a great price, it's still a decent 180p card. However, newer GPUs offer better performance, efficiency, and features. If you can stretch your budget, an RTX 3060, RX 6600, let me know in the comments. Do you think the GTX 1080 still has life left in it? See you in the next one. Stay techy.